York, a man assaulted a woman on a subway for wearing a face mask. And in another incident, an Asian American student was simply standing on the sidewalk when a woman punched her while yelling coronavirus insults, possibly causing a dislocated jaw. In Texas, a man stabbed 3 Asian Americans, including 2 young children, at a Sam's Club, saying that he wanted to kill Asian Americans. In San Francisco, an elderly Asian man was simply collecting cans on the street when he was taunted and attacked by those saying that they hated Asians. And in Los Angeles, a 16-year-old boy was sent to the hospital after being attacked by bullies who accused him of having coronavirus.
Racism in the time of pandemic. A young woman wearing a mask is attacked in a subway station.
Come here, sanitize your Come here.
An elderly woman is chased by a bully trying to squirt hand sanitizer on her. Harassment and assaults against Asian Americans are up sharply.
Everyone knows Chinese people are disgusting. They'll eat any type of animal. They're dirty. That's what my classmate said just days after the coronavirus outbreak started in the United States. It felt like a stab to my chest. I'm Chinese American, and this is someone that I've gone to school with for almost 3 years, who I consider a friend. But it's no wonder that she feels this way.
An obscure virus arising from a meat market in eastern China.
As the coronavirus spreads, there's another virus spreading that we need to be talking about.
I hate Asians.
A woman who's Asian says she was punched by another woman in Midtown Manhattan, and she accused her of having the COVID-19 virus.
I want them under me. Tell them to move.
Young Asian Americans like me are feeling hate infect every part of our lives.
I'd like to just ask the Chinese for a formal apology.
Not only do we have to be afraid about our health, but we have to be afraid about being ourselves.
Class basically just started, and one of the girls said all Chinese people were disgusting. And so I literally raised my hand up like, I'm Chinese. She didn't even say sorry. She just blew past it, I guess, and then she kept going on about it. I never knew it would happen to me, especially at this school.
President Trump has repeatedly identified COVID-19 as Chinese.
I would like to begin by announcing some important developments in our war against the Chinese virus.
Asian American community leaders say Trump is whipping up hate. Racist attacks and pestilence are linked in history. When the Black Death ravaged Europe in the 14th century, mobs killed thousands of Jews accused of spreading plague. Some of Trump's fellow Republicans, like this Texas senator, blame the virus on Chinese customs.
China is to blame because the culture where people eat bats and snakes and dogs and things like that.
So many of these remarks are based in misunderstanding of facts and science, but also based in xenophobia and racism and a lack of tolerance.
Coronavirus is not the only contagion stalking the U.S. The virus of hate is running rampant, too.
Purpose is to make sure that all this information is not lost or deleted.
因为我们是不知道官方什么时候会把什么帖子删掉的，所以我们都是在跟官方比速度。
我们要保存我们的个体的记忆也好，或者是一种集体的记忆也好。
Voices like these from Chinese citizens are very rare. People who are willing to speak out about the government's attempts to control news about the deadly coronavirus. They ask to remain anonymous because what they're doing could put them and their families at great risk. But these people are part of a new wave of Chinese citizens fighting to get the message out in a country that aggressively censors information.
我们有权利说话，然后我们也有权利记下来。
Accounts or messages like these calling for free speech are quickly scrubbed from the internet. Or videos like this, showing people frustrated about life under lockdown. Posted online one day, but gone the next. But the crisis over the coronavirus is changing the landscape, for now at least. Everyday citizens are preserving and reposting information the government doesn't want out there.
I started to collect hundreds and hundreds of screenshots. And then as the outbreak got really bad, I thought it would be important to keep these or to collect and systematically archive this information.
Experts say this kind of digital resistance is happening at a scale they've never seen before.
At the beginning, I was just doing this on my own, and now it's about 100 of us, and we're translating news articles and social media posts that are constantly being deleted right now.
I feel like people saw the news and they think like every placard has the virus now. One day I was just chilling with my friends. Then my friend called me. He was like, the police are asking for you. Then we went to the police station. When we got there, they didn't even let me go inside. I was just sitting outside the police station. They just gave me a chair that you can't enter. So I was just sitting outside. So they talked for like 2 hours with my friend. Then they came out. My friend told me that you can't go on the streets like anymore. You have to be on lockdown, like on quarantine for 14 days. I asked the reason because I don't have the virus. They were like, it's just procedure.